I want to discuss how Nigerians have been colonized or is being colonized. More than or about 99% of Nigerians are currently or have been subdued. They are going about their daily activities without having little or no understanding of what is currently happening to them. Nigerians are about 99% of Nigerians are currently being colonized by their own people. When we talk about colonization, what usually comes to mind is white people. We talk about neocolonialism, white people trying to colonize you through your own people. But the colonization I'm talking about is intra-colonization, where your own people are the one colonizing you. And in Nigeria of today, that is what is currently happening. Nigeria is blessed with so much natural resources that if things have gone the way it should have gone, Nigeria should be operating between 20 and 50 trillion dollar economy. But what we have today is, like I said, colonization. I just want to paint pictures, because with pictures you get a better understanding. In Nigeria of today, at least about 2 million graduates come out of various institutions. Less than 10% of that percent of that number is likely to get a meaningful job. 10% of 2 million is 200,000. The other 1.8 million, the possibility, your guess is as good as mine. And that 10% that will get a job, more than 50% of them will just have jobs where they can save little or no money. So how did we arrive at this point? Let me put it this way. During the time of Buhari, when a liter of fuel was about 160 naira, Nigerians still had opportunity of paying their bills. Price of things increased, but then a significant portion of the population could still do basic things. Fast forward to today, I bought a liter of fuel 1,250 naira. That's over 1,000% increase in the price of fuel. Today, many corporations, big businesses have left Nigeria. We don't have the statistics, but in an economy like this, many companies have silently laid off a lot of people. So millions of people have either lost their jobs or their salaries have been scaled down. Because many businesses run on energy, operational costs have increased, and that reduces their ability to employ new people. Nearly every company in an economy that has employees or that need workers run on energy. And when energy cost increases by 1,000%, it limits their ability to hire more people, limits their ability to pay more workers and increase workers' salary. That is on one hand. Because of astronomical energy costs, transportation costs have increased massively. And this has affected the prices of goods and services, foods, agricultural products, and foodstuffs, which means that an average Nigerian cannot save money today. In 2021, National NDIC released a statistics that 98% of Nigerians do not have up to 500,000 naira in their savings in their accounts. That was in 2021, before the time of Tinubu. You can imagine the percent today when a liter of fuel is close to 1,300 naira. It's actually in some places 1,500, depending on where you are. Inflation, the interest rates have been increased, which means borrowing have become more expensive. I don't believe in borrowing from banks, but that's for those that borrow. Companies that borrow, people that borrow, find it can no longer, are not encouraged to borrow because you are paying nearly half of what you borrow as interests. At the same time, the same cabal have activated propaganda here at left, right, and center that have widened the unity, that have widened the gap amongst various ethnic groups in Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians were thinking that when Dangote releases his refinery, start selling fuel, he will crash the price of petrol. You've all seen what happened. Dangote have now been convinced to join them. So you see, instead of Dangote selling to you, Dangote have to sell to them, and they sell to Nigerians. They have pegged the price, meaning that these people have formed a pyramid system, and where they form in a percentage at the top of that pyramid, you at the bottom will be the one to feed them. Just like people in the miners who are being paid few cents or dollars per day, they live in the mines, exposed to diseases in the mines. The mines can cave in and kill a lot of them. They remain there for decades, while the rare metals that miners bring out are refined and used to keep a lot of people very wealthy. So we now have a colonization system where a few people have hijacked the national resource or wealth of the nation. In Nigeria, which is a money economy, which is crude oil, and the rest over 200 million Nigerians have to pay so as to finance them. And yet an average Nigerian of today is after another person who is not his tribe. Those are the bottom. You are after who will leave your state or who will stay in your state. It's not clear to you people that you are being colonized. You see, it doesn't matter whether Tinubu is your tribesman or not. Tinubu does not care whether you are his tribesman. He and his cabal only care about reinforcing their power and then making things better, corruption better for those who are loyal to them. You know, it's high time you guys put on your thinking cap. Many of you are now far more impoverished now that Tinubu is there than when he was not there. It doesn't matter the language Tinubu speaks. Tinubu does not care about you guys. He only cares about himself. He only cares about himself. This is my Independence Day speech. Nigerians, you are being colonized by your own people. Igbos are not your problem. Igbos are not your problem. Your problem are not Igbos. That is what they are using to deceive you. Or that is what they are using to make you not to know where your problem is coming from. Your problem is from the top. You are being colonized.